Hola a todos y bienvenidos a nuestro canal de YouTube. Hi everyone and welcome to our YouTube channel. Alright, so in this video of ours today we'll be learning some irregular verbs. In the last video of ours we already learned how to conjugate the regular verbs. So if you haven't watched that video, please go and watch it first. Now, as you know that there is an exception in everything. So even in regular verbs we have some exception. That is, to conjugate these verbs we have a different method. So I've actually distinguished each of that method, which will make it more easier for you to understand how to conjugate the irregular verbs. Alright, so please watch the video till the end, and I hope that you really learn these irregular verbs easily and really fast. Okay, also if you want any extra study material, you can always contact us on the given WhatsApp number that is mentioned on the screen and in the description box as well. Also, if you want any private Spanish classes, then also you can contact on the same given number. Okay, so now let's begin. Okay, so what are irregular verbs? Irregular verbs are basically the exceptions that we have in while conjugating the regular verbs. Okay, so we have three categories in it, and we have to actually learn all these verbs, and the list that I've created for you all in this video is more than enough. Like, we're learning from the scratch, that is from beginners level. So these many verbs that I've shown in the video, that I've taught in the video, are enough for you to learn for right now. Okay, now we have three categories of irregular verbs. Number one is cambio vocalico, that is vocal changes. Number second is primera persona, first person. And then total irregular, that is the ones which are totally changed. Okay, so as we know, we have the conjugation of AR, ER and IR as O, AS, A, AMOS, AIS, AN, that is of AR. ER ending verbs have conjugation like O, ACE, A, AMOS, AIS, N. And IR verbs, IR ending verbs have conjugation as O, S, A, EMOS is in, right? But now in these verbs we will see the change. Okay, so number one category, that is our cambio vocalico, we'll learn it. So even in cambio vocalico we have three subcategories. What are those? A cambia por EA. Number one, in this category what happens is RE in this verb changes to IE when we conjugate them. A cambia por EA. Let's take an example. We have cerrar. Cerrar is a verb that means to close. Okay, like cerrar la puerta, that is close the door, like that. Okay, so here the E changes to IE and the conjugation becomes cierro, cierras, cierra. Okay, so what happens is, in each and every verb that we learn, even in irregulars, nosotros and vosotros form of every verb remains the same. Even in irregulars, all the other forms are changed somehow or other, but the nosotros and vosotros form always remains the same. Okay, but that is not the case in the total irregulars that we will learn later on. Okay, but in this one, let us understand that nosotros and vosotros form remains the same now. So our conjugation basically becomes cierro, cierra, cierra, cerramos, cerráis, cierran. Okay, now let's take some more example, like querer. Querer is to want something. Quiero un helado, I want an ice cream, like that. Okay, quiero, quieres, quiere, queremos, queréis, quieren. Okay, here also the E changed to IE, but the nosotros and vosotros form remain the same. Okay, now let's come to one another example, that is comenzar. Okay, these three are the only verbs that you should know for now. Okay, now comenzar means to begin something. Okay, to begin basically. So the conjugation becomes comienzo, comienzas, comienza, comenzamos, comenzáis, comienzan. Alright, now let's move to another subcategories, that is O cambia por UE. O cambia por UE, that is our O changes to UE. Let's take an example. The first verb that we have is poder. Poder means can, like puedo hablar. So puedo hablar means basically I can talk. So that can is basically poder. Now here we have to change the O to UE, right? So our conjugation becomes puedo, puedes, puede, podemos, podéis, pueden. Okay, nosotros and vosotros form is the same. All our conjugation are same. Only the o changed to ua. Okay. Another example is dormir. Dormir verbs means to sleep. Duermo, duermes, duerme. Dormimos, dormís, duermen. Okay. This is how we conjugate this one. Now let's move to another subcategory, that is the last one in this particular cambio vocalico. Okay, so this one is a cambia por e, like our e changes to I. Okay, in this, let's take an example, the verb pedir. This is the only verb in this category that you need to know for now. Pedir means to ask, like to ask for something, right? Now in this, a cambia por e, so our conjugation becomes pido, pides, pide, pedimos, pedis, piden. Nosotros and vosotros form the same, and all the other conjugation is changed, and this e changed to I. That's it. Pido, pides, pide, pedimos, pedis, piden. Alright? Now let's move to another category, that is our primera persona. In this one, there is a change of conjugation only in the form of yo or the first person. Okay, all the other conjugation, all the six times that we conjugate this verb in all the 6 categories, like yo, tu, el, ella, usted, these are all the same, but only the yo form changes. Okay, this yo form needs to be changed. Now in this also we have 2 subcategories, actually 3 subcategories only. Number 1 is si, se cambia por seta, se. Se cambia por zeta, se. Like our C changes to ZC. Let's take a verb, conocer. We have only 2 verbs for now. Conocer y producir. Conocer means to know or to meet for the first time. Like whenever we meet someone for the first time, we use this verb, conocer. And conocer is also used in case of, like, if I know something. So, yo conozco. Like that. So, it is used for both these things. Now, what is its conjugation? As C changes to ZC, but only in the first form. Conozco, conoces, conoce, conocemos, conocéis, conocen. Now, you can see from tú to ellos, ellas, ustedes, all the other are regular conjugation, but only the first person has changed. That has become conozco. The same is the case in producir. Producir means to produce. In this also the first person will change and it will become what? Produzco. And all the other will remain the same. Produces, produce, producimos, produces, produces, producen. Alright? This is the thing. Now, the another subcategory that we have in this is que cambia por khota. That is our G changes to J. Okay? Now in this we have 2 verbs, that is escoger and elegir. Okay? And in these two verbs basically means the same thing, that is to choose. If I choose something, I can either use escoger or I can either use elegir. Okay? Now, what happens here is the G in escoger and elegir changes to J, but only in the first form. So what is our conjugation now? Escojo, escoges, escoge, escogemos, escogeis, escogen. Alright? That is the thing. Now, elegir, elijo, eliges, elige, elegimos, eligis, eligen. This is our conjugation for elegir. Only the first person has changed and all the others are same. Now, let's come to total. Okay? Now, what is the difference in total? Total is basically, here we don't have any sense basically. It's like in the first category, our se changed to what? Zeta se. And in the second category our ke cambio por khota. But in the total one, we don't have any sense. Just first person changed like that, and you have to remember that. You know, you have to keep this in mind. Okay, this verb has this conjugation. So in this also the first person only changes, but you have to remember the conjugation of that first verb. Let's take examples. Hacer. Hacer means to do something. Okay. Hago. The first person has the conjugation of hago. Now, hago, haces, hace, hacemos, hacéis, hacen. All the others are same. Now, estar is to be in a thing. Like, let's say, in the earlier videos, we learned that if someone says, ¿Cómo estás? We answer him, estoy bien. So, what does it mean? It means, I am good. So, estar means to be. Okay? Now, the conjugation we have of this is, yo form has the conjugation of estoy. Estoy. Now, this you need to keep in mind, and all the others are same. Estás, está, estamos, estáis, están. Alright? Now, another verb that we have is poner. Okay? Poner means to put. Now, its conjugation is pongo, pones, pone, ponemos, ponéis, ponen. Okay? First one is pongo. Now, saber. The first form is say. Say, you say. Now, saber means to know something. Say, sabe, sabe. Sabemos, sabeis, sabem. Okay? Ver. Ver means to see. The first one is veo. Veo. And all the others are same. Veo, ves, ve, vemos, veis, ven. Okay? Salir. Salir means to leave. Okay? So, the first one is salgo and all the others are same. Sales, sales, salimos, salis, salen. Alright? Now, what we have is total irregular. Total irregular means that you have to learn all this, and because they don't have any sense like we had earlier. So, these are the verbs that you need to learn. You have to, focus, and these are really important ones, because these will go along in the entire Spanish journey. Okay, these are really important verbs. Okay, let's come to the first one, that is tener. Tener means to have. Okay, and what is its conjugation? Tengo, tienes, tiene, tenemos, tenéis, tienen. Okay, first person is changed, and in this you can see our E has also changed to EA in the second, third and the last one. But the nosotros and vosotros forms still remain the same in this one. Okay, so it has multiple changes, and that is why I've put it into the category of total irregular. Okay, now the next one is venir. Venir means to come. What is its conjugation? Just like tener. Vengo, vienes, viene. Venimos, venís, vienen. Alright, now comes decir. Decir has the conjugation digo, dices, dice, decimos, decís, dicen. Now in this what happened is the first one is changed, and the tú form el, ella, usted and ellos, ellas, ustedes form have a cambia por e. Like in the pedir verb we saw na, that our a cambia por e, and the nosotros, vosotros forms are same. So this is the thing. Now, we are coming to some verbs which are totally irregular. Okay, that is ser. Now, all the conjugations of ser are totally different. Okay, let's see how they are. Now, let's come to ser. What happens is, ser has a conjugation in which all the forms have a different conjugation. They don't have any sense, but you need to learn. Okay, so what are those? Soy, eres, es, somos, sois, son. Soy, eres, es, somos, sois, son. Soy, eres, es, somos, sois, son. As many times as you repeat, you will get a hold over it, you will get a grab over it. Okay, so keep repeating, keep revising this one, and you'll learn it. Okay, now what is the conjugation of ir? Ir basically means to go. Very, very important verb. Okay, the verbs that we have in total irregular are two important verbs. Okay, so let's get back to it. Ir verbs means to go, and what is its conjugation? Voy, vas, va, vamos, vais, van. Voy, vas, va, vamos, vais, van. Okay, this is its conjugation. Now, the third one we have is haber. Haber means to have. Okay. Now, as, a, hemos, habéis, han. As, a, hemos, habéis, han. This is the conjugation of haber verb. Okay. So these are the total irregulars that we have as of now. And now we'll get to some exercises to practice these conjugations. So in the first exercise that we have, you need to match up the Spanish and English verbs. It's really simple. What you have to do is, first of all, we need to know that what these verbs actually mean, right? Before conjugating them. So you need to just match them. Like, let me do the first one for you. The first one is tener. Now you need to match it up. What is the meaning of tener in English? It is to have, right? So you will match it with to have. Now all the others you need to do it by yourself. And once you've done it, you can check your answers in 3, 2 y 1. Alright? You can check your answers. And now let's move on to another exercise. In this one, you need to conjugate all these verbs. You know, as we've already learned these verbs in the previous video that I've taught you just now. So you just have to conjugate these irregular verbs in all the forms, okay? And once you've done it, you can check your answers in 3, 2 y 1. Alright? Now here are your answers. You can check them from here. Now let's move on to our third exercise. In this third exercise, what you need to do is, first of all, we have the A part. In this A part, you have to write the meaning of these verbs in English, like dar, ser, estar, ir, ver, oír. What does these verbs actually mean in English? Like dar means to give, okay? So this is the meaning of dar, to give. Just like that, you have to do all this, okay? Now, for the B part, what you need to do is, now we are starting to learn how to frame sentences. Like we've done an exercise set like this in regular verbs also. So in this also, you have to conjugate these verbs according to our 6 categories that we've learned in the Conjugaciones. Yo, tú, él, ella, usted and all. So the verb is given in the end and you have to conjugate it and just try to basically understand what these sentences mean. Okay? You have many words that are related to English that you can, easily understand those. So you basically need to understand the meaning of these lines and conjugate the verbs accordingly. Okay? Once you've done it, you can check your answer in 3, 2 y 1. Alright? Just keep in mind in which person we have to conjugate the verb and then conjugate it accordingly. If many of your answers are wrong in this exercise, don't worry, it happens. It does happen because conjugations is not easy topic for beginners, and the more you practice, the more you master this. Okay, that is the basic rule. And yeah, so this was all for right now. Thank you for watching the video till now, and I really hope that you liked it and you actually understood how to conjugate the irregular verbs based on their criteria. Now, if you like the video, do like, comment and share and tell us your views, or you can post your doubts in the comments only. Now, don't forget to hit the bell icon and see you till the next video. Okay? Adios amigos. Ciao.